What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to our Facebook Live. And my name is Usman Diallo, and host of the KDB Nation. And I'm sitting over here with a good friend of mine, Shireen.
Hi, darling.
Shireen. And today we're gonna talk about retirement. Yes, we're going to talk about retirement. One of the most exciting topic out there, right? I guess when it comes to retirements and 401k and that kind of stuff, most people don't want to talk about it, but we believe that it's very important, so we're going to touch about that topic. But specifically, we're going to talk about the 401k, because if you're watching this right now and you have a job, you probably have a 401k, right? If you're planning on retiring and you're planning on having something when we reach that age, you have a 401k, and we're going to talk about some of the misconception about the 401ks, a lot of things that we don't understand. And I wanted to introduce you to my good friend Shireen. And Shireen, why don't you go ahead and just tell us a little bit about your story? How, because I know you come from an entertaining background. You've been in the entertainment industry for a while, and you transitioned to the insurance industry. How exciting is that?
Well, it's exciting. It definitely is. I think that most people ask me, why did I do that in the first place? And really, the biggest reason was that when the stock market crashed in 2001, my husband at the time and I lost well over $1 million.
You lost $1 million.
A lot of money. Wow. And then in 2008, when the stock market and the housing market crashed again, we lost a great deal of money in the dot-com bubble bust. So I'm very familiar with what it's like to lose money. And so when many times I said, if there was one thing that I would like to change in my life, it was to go back and figure out a better way to save for the future and to fund retirement than just stock market. So anyway, when I found out that there were definitely better ways that you can plan for retirement and supplement retirement under an insurance umbrella, I was really surprised. I had no idea that existed. Okay. Been around for a long time. I just didn't know about it, as most middle Americans don't know.
So your money wasn't in the stock market. It wasn't really a 401k or anything like that, but
it wasn't a 401k.
Okay.
Now the issues with 401ks is, of course, saving money at all is a good thing. Okay. The problem with 401ks, and this is, you can find it on the internet. It was a show done by 60 Minutes that it's called the 401k failure. And the reason that 401ks have some serious issues is, first of all, they're in the stock market. Okay. So in 2002, when the stock market crashed, over $18.3 trillion was lost.
We're not talking about millions. We're not talking about billions.
Right.
We're talking about trillions.
Trillions of dollars.
Trillions of dollars.
And, the 401ks were never designed as a retirement plan. They were designed as a supplement for retirement, as a savings plan. They were never designed to be the retirement plan, which unfortunately now, because most pensions are very expensive.
I think most people don't even know what pensions are these days.
Right, they don't. 85% of the pensions have gone away since 1985. And they're historically leaving town very quickly.
So basically, back in the day, if you work for a company for 20, 30 years, you have access to what they call the pension plan, which means that after you retire, they pay you a certain amount until you retire, right?
Until you die.
Until you die.
Right.
Until you die. So, and in today's day and age, you don't even hear about pensions anymore. Most people have to rely on the 401k.
Exactly. They're using it as a retirement fund instead of a supplement to retirement.
Okay.
So that's the biggest issue. Not to mention the fact that there are roughly 12 to 14 hidden fees that you don't even know about, that Wall Street is taking out. Okay. So what has been said, and it's on 60 Minutes, is that over a 30-year span of a 401k, it's very easy that 30% of your money is given to Wall Street in fees.
So would you say the 401k is a bad thing, or?
As we propose, as you know, if a company is also matching, then we suggest that you only give into that 401k what the company is matching. That's free money.
Yeah.
But don't put a penny more into it. A lot of people have made that mistake. You know, they're putting way more money into that 401k when there are other avenues where they could put that additional money in very safe places with absolutely no risk.
So why do most people, when it comes, because I talk to a lot of people. You know, I was speaking with one of my clients last week, and he was telling me, oh yeah, I have a 401k with my job. I'm set for retirement. Everything is going to be good. I mean, you hear that all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like people have this huge expectation about, you know, the return of the 401k, what they're going to get with the 401k. So how come people are not educated about you talk about the hidden fees,
Right.
We were watching 60 Minutes
Mm-hmm.
earlier, and I remember they said that
Representative George Miller from
there was
California.
about 12 hidden
Mm-hmm.
fees in your 401k. So whether if you have your money in the 401k and you basically saving for retirement, those fees can actually, you know, decrease your retirement amount
Absolutely.
to about
Absolutely.
like
Well,
you can lose about
sure.
30% of that all the way up to fees and
Right. You can lose 30% of it or easily just in fees, not to mention what you could potentially lose in the stock market itself. So what we do under the insurance umbrella is we, of course, specialize in absolute safety, 100% safety.
Mm.
So you cannot lose a penny.
Mm.
And that's key. So in fact, in 2008, when $10.3 trillion was lost in equity and the stock market, if you had your money invested in what we now propose, not one penny would have been lost.
Wow.
And it's also a very decent
So
return.
why do people keep putting the money in the 401k if the 401k has not performed as well as, you know, a lot of other people just think?
It's very simple. They simply don't know any other way to invest their money. So that's it. They're just not informed and not educated.
So it's a lack
out
of
there.
information.
It's a lack of information and a lack of education. And like I said, had I known what I know now today,
Mm-hmm.
I would have done things very differently,
Okay.
you know, 15 years ago, believe me.
Yeah.
So that's the key, is that we just really, really want to help people be educated that there are other opportunities out there for very good returns with no risk.
Mm.
And that's really the key. And
That's
then
very
they can
key.
make their own decisions,
Okay.
you know, what works best for
Okay.
them.
Okay.
Biggest problem, of course, now is millennials
Uh-oh.
will never be
We're talking about millennials.
right. They're not even going to.
I'm one of them, by the way.
That's right, and
Mhm.
and it's going to be very difficult for them to retire. Most of them.
I don't
there
think-
won't be
I don't think-
pensions.
I mean,
So,
because I have a lot of millennial friends. I don't even think that most of them are worried about. I mean, and it goes back to the lack of education, like you said. Most of them don't even think about
Yeah.
retirement. You know, most of us, we just, you know, want to have a job or have a career. And when it comes to retirement, we don't even
you don't even
plan
think about
for it. You
Yeah,
know, because we haven't been taught about being educated about
Right.
retirement.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, and you know, I grew up in an era where I have often said I was the last generation that could even look at having a pension.
Mm.
And even then, a lot of the people that I went to college with, those pensions were leaving left and right, just
Mm.
as they were, you know, when they were in the working environment.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really important for younger people, millennials, and the X generation, anybody, to start planning for their retirement right now. The
Mm.
sooner the better. Like we always say, there's 3 real difficult problems with retirement, and that is age, procrastination, and also, you're gonna have to redo it.
It's okay. It's the
It's-
part of being alive.
Well,
We're
you know,
alive.
it's taxes,
Mhm.
it's, you know, it's Uncle Sam, it's taxes, it's procrastination. The longer you wait, then the more difficult it is to, you know, to get that going, so you don't have that time to compound all that money and have it work for you.
Interesting. So, Sharon, I really appreciate you giving your input on that whole 401k retirement strategy and you know how people can basically save themselves from losing a lot of money in the 401k or losing a lot of money in the stock market. So what would you say somebody who's watching out there, you know, if you're watching out there and you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, you know, I have all of my retirement saving in the 401k, or you know, all of my money is in the stock market. I don't know what to do. I don't know what other solutions are out there. what would you say somebody who's watching right now and who might say, man, I remember vividly what happened in 2008. I remember what happened in 2001, you know, when the economy went down. You know, maybe I know a family member who lost a lot of money. Maybe I know an uncle, a dad, or somebody like that. Or maybe I lost a lot of money in the market. How can I avoid the situation from happening again? What is some?
Well, it's education. Obviously, banks don't pay anything. You can't, you lose money by keeping your money in a bank. I'm not saying you shouldn't have a savings plan.
Yeah, it's good for emergency.
Certainly for emergency funds, but otherwise, with the cost of living, you're actually losing money because there's no interest being paid. So I definitely take a look at insurance companies and see what they have to offer out there. But it's really all education. And of course, that's what we specialize in. But clearly, that is another arena that everybody should be looking into in terms of helping to help their retirement plan. Additionally.
So it shouldn't be just. You're not saying insurance should be the only thing you should think about.
No.
You should have different type of investment, but consider insurance as another way to supplement your retirement.
Absolutely, because and then only if it's risk-free. So, there's all kinds of products under insurance with insurance companies, and it's a minefield out there. So you really need to look around, talk to the right people, ask a lot of questions, and see what fits into your plan for retirement, because there's lots of different ways to do it and to enhance it. But, like we say, what do the seriously wealthy people do? A lot of their money is under an insurance plan, some kind of insurance product. Yeah. Because it's totally safe.
Man, I appreciate you for your time, Shireen. This was such a pleasure.
Thanks, darling.
I feel like I just feel like a little smarter again. But and so how can people reach somebody who's watching right now and say, hey, I want to learn more about this? Obviously, we both specialize in that. How can people reach out to you? Somebody who say, hey, I relate to this lady. I want to reach out to her. I want to talk to her. Where can people find you? Are you on Facebook?
I'm on Facebook. Okay. It's Sharyn Crabtree.
Sharyn Crabtree.
SHARYN CRABTREE. Okay. So that's real simple. And you as well. You're on Facebook.
Facebook, yeah.
LinkedIn as well.
So, okay. So there you go. So there you have it, everybody. Thank you all for watching. I hope you got a ton of value out of this. And maybe we can do another one when you have some free time.
Absolutely. I think that education,
so we can educate more people out there.
Absolutely. I mean, that's our biggest deal, is educating people that there are other options out there that most people don't know about.
Yeah.
They've been around a long time, but we have just been sidelined by 401ks and the stock market and Wall Street. So it's just really important to know that there are other options out there that you can take a look at and see if they don't fit into your retirement plan.
You never stop learning.
Absolutely.
Never stop. And like I said, KDB, if you know more, you do more, you can become more. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and see you next time.